Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and don't forget to share the link and later to download the video, because we don't keep our videos, as you know. Today we are going to show you a great example of the Muslims, Mushrkeen, the Kuffar, the black stone kissers, those who claim to be monotheists but the fact they are polytheist, those who worship a man over God. You know, they say that the Christians, they worship a man, but we Christians, we believe that Jesus Christ is the Word of God, God Himself, who come to us as a man. So the Muslim worship a man for what reason? When we Christian, we say Jesus is our Lord, we are worshiping someone who commit no sin. Even the Quran chapter 19 verse 19 says He is pure, He is holy. Muslims worship Muhammad for what reason? And because Islam is a very confusing cult, the result of that is confused Muslims.
So, opinion 2 says that the action is evil and haram and bid'ah and munkar and a stepping stone to shirk, but it is not necessarily shirk in and of itself. And if a person has a particular aqeedah or belief about the one they are calling, then it becomes shirk. And if they have another aqeedah or belief, then it is haram, but it does not become in and of itself shirk. I myself am now an advocate of this second position. I used to be 1B, and now I am very staunchly in opinion 2.
A renowned da'i in the US who says that asking intercession from dead people or from graves is not a shirk by itself, yet it is a means of shirk, and that it would be prohibited, haram, but it is not shirk, unless the person who's asking for such intercession has the intention to call them as gods. So what is the ruling on that? First of all, do not take knowledge from the likes of me or the likes of him. Take knowledge from real scholars.
Did you hear it, Muslims? Don't take knowledge from the like of him or the like of YASIR QADHI. So why you are there? Anybody can tell me this guy in TV for what reason? He just said to you, don't take knowledge from someone like me or someone like YASIR QADHI. So why you are talking? I mean, when I say stupidity is amazing, I mean it. Hey Muslim, don't take knowledge from him, but you are the one giving them the answer. That is knowledge. So don't take knowledge from me and don't take knowledge from YASIR QADHI, because both of them, they are donkeys. This is what he is saying. Don't take knowledge from donkeys. Those are donkeys. Okay, so you are considering yourself a donkey. But the question then, why you are behind the table in front of a microphone and a camera and you call yourself a sheikh? So what are you doing there? Are you teaching us how to make food recipe, like how to make hummus? Did I hear you correctly saying don't take knowledge from someone like me?
The likes of me or the likes of him. Do not take knowledge from the likes of me or the likes of him. Take knowledge from real scholars.
Exactly, like Christian Prince. Like, hello? We keep saying that 1,000 times, Muslim. Don't take knowledge from those donkeys. Take it from someone like Christian Prince. I mean, how many times we need to repeat that to you? But you know, I thought you want to take your knowledge from the Prophet. Now you take your knowledge from the scholars. I thought you take your knowledge from Allah. You are taking your knowledge from the scholars. Who are they, those scholars? Can you give us some names?
This quote-unquote renowned scholar.
What? You see here, like, my grandma, she said to your grandma that my husband is better than your husband, okay? And what is this? They are bashing each other. Don't take, if he's saying, like, don't take knowledge from a liar, I would say, okay. If he's saying that this guy, but he just said, don't take it from me, don't take it from him. So now you have no position even to tell us to take it, to the answer you are giving me, you left your place, that's it. You are not there, you are not qualified to give us an answer. So now how we know that he is wrong? Tell us more.
He's a da'i.
Like, what the heck? He's a guy? And what are you, a girl? I don't understand what this guy is saying. Don't take knowledge from YASIR QADHI. He is a guy. Like, was Muhammad a guy too? Or he was a girl? He's a guy. Do you see the bashing system? They are competing like, okay, the YASIR QADHI is stupid, man. Come on, he's a guy. He's a guy. Yeah. Yeah. He's a guy? What does that mean? You are not? You look like one. Maybe it's fake. You never know these days. Lipstick and eyeliner and, okay.
He does not qualify to be a scholar.
He's not. That's it.
He's a student of knowledge.
Ah.
So there are so many of us. We are fortunate to be famous because Allah has blessed us with this gift. I'm telling you this.
He blessed us with this gift. You just said none of you knows what are you talking about, and now Allah blessed us with this gift. The gift of what? Of ignorance. Just to show you how this guy is an idiot. Isn't it Allah in the Quran says that the scholars is the one who say we believe, is not the one who understand? So are you going against your Quran? This is your Quran saying it clearly. Oh, I'm typing in English. Oh, look at this. Sometimes, guys, I type the whole line and then I find, look at the screen, look, I'm typing in English. What he can do, Christian Prince at the end of the day is a guy. He's a guy, don't listen to him. Okay, so this is your Quran, the yellow pages of Muhammad, saying that this book full of garbage and nobody knows what Allah meant save Allah. So nobody of you can claim to be a scholar anyway. And seeking for it is hiding meaning, but none knows its hiding meaning save Allah. And now he continues saying, and those who are firmly grounded in knowledge, they say we believe. Okay, firmly grounded in knowledge, but they do not know what it's mean. How you can be firm in knowledge, but yet you do not know what it's mean? Do you see it? I forgot that the one who gave you this verse is a guy. Come on, he is a guy. He is a guy, you are a guy. She is a guy. Everybody here is a guy. But no, like, this is the guy of the, is a guy. Okay, tell us more, brother. A religion which nobody knows what Allah means save Allah. This is the religion. And the scholar is the one who say we believe. And don't take your knowledge from me or from him. He's a guy.
When you want to take knowledge, proper knowledge, especially when it comes to Aqidah, don't go to Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Don't go to Tom and Jerry. I'm telling you. Tom and Jerry, they don't know. So are you Tom or Jerry? You are Tom and YASIR QADHI is Jerry. And you just gave an example of yourself and him. This guy, Yusuf, come on, but Yusuf, don't flood the text, my friend. We will let you post what you want to us. And Yusuf, if you want, I can open Pal Talk for you, my friend. And if you are a man, just give me a call, Not only will let you post, we will let you talk. And let us see how good you are. Aren't you just a guy? Or you are just a girl? The Muslim, they call themselves names they don't know. Like if we ask this guy, what Yusuf mean? And hey, Yusuf. Huh? What Yusuf mean? The name in the Quran. Okay. Muhammad, what Yusuf mean? I'm just a guy. Allah knows best. This is the great example of the stupidity of this copy, cut, paste cult. It's a theft. They steal the name, they steal the belief, they steal the books, they steal the names of the angels, they steal everything, they have nothing. My name is Yusuf. Okay, what Yusuf mean? My name is Musa. What Musas mean? You don't know. Muslims. What you can do about, when we say about this. Be careful, Caroline, of what you say in the chat. Let us continue.
Don't go to people who keep on switching in the so those who adopt for most of their life a particular opinion, then they change to a second opinion. Well, give them some time and they will change to a third opinion.
Are you talking about Muhammad? Because this is what Muhammad do. Aren't you Muslim? You keep saying that the Prophet, he abrogated the verses. So the Prophet, he have an opinion that muta is halal. Then the Prophet, he said, it is not halal no more. Then the Prophet, he changed the opinion and he said it's halal. And then he changed his opinion again and he said it's not halal. So you are making fun of the one who keep changing his opinion. Are you talking about Muhammad? Shame on you. I'm so disappointed of you disrespecting the Prophet who nobody is good like him in bed. Muslims, be my witness. You're shaky shake saying that the one is crazy and stupid is the one who keeps changing his opinion. Is that your Prophet when he said the Christian and the Jews and the Sabian, they will go to heaven, and later they said it's kuffar? Is that the Prophet who says in the case of murder, free for free, slave for slave, women for the women? And later he changed his opinion second day in the morning? Are you saying to me that your Prophet is a hippie? Once he believes in condoms, the second day he don't?
Adopt for most of their life a particular opinion, then they change to a second opinion. Well, give them some time and they will change to a third opinion.
Just give them some time.
Are these people worthy of being followed?
No.
In matters of aqidah?
No, you cannot follow them.
Not.
Exactly.
Now, Mehwish says that it's permissible. I doubt he says it's permissible. I would suggest or presume that he said it is not shirk, but it is prohibited. Because if he says that it is permissible, then he would have gone to the dark side.
After all this time playing this talk, anyone understand what he's saying? Principle. All of this is about, can we invoke prior to the Prophet? Can we or we cannot? All this drama, either you say we cannot or you say we can, and that's it. There is no need to bash the guy. Grow up. Tell us more. So now, can we invoke the Prophet or we cannot?
which is the super Sufis who believe and worship truly the graved people.
The Sufi, they do that. That is Mimi Hijab. This is a Sufi. 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 Hey Sufi, how are you? The Sufi people, they worship the grave, brother. Okay, hold on. Aren't you Muslim Sunni? Or consider, you know, the Sufi are Sunni too. Consider this, consider, you know, I mean, look at this crazy religion. Same time, who is the one who built the grave for Muhammad in the city of Medina, and you build a mosque in the top of it, and your prophet, he forbid you from doing that? And what do, Muslims? You go around the grave and you kiss it. Do you want me to show you the videos? So the Sufi do that? Who is the one who built the grave, and who is the one who make it like a palace, and who is the one who cover it by gold, and who is the one who cover it by marble, and who is the one who made a big mosque in the top of it? This is the Sufi. They are the one in control of Saudi Arabia, or the Wahhabi. Liar.
But he thinks that it's a sinful thing, but it's not shirk. And why would someone say that? Nowadays, we are in an era where people compromise their religion. So in order to gather as many people around us and to gather as many followers, being a tolerant person.
Are you talking about Muhammad? Because we asked Muslims why the Prophet did not forbid Muslims from drinking wine in the beginning. He says, brother, Islam come in stages. Because if you say to them, don't drink wine now, they cannot do that. So he have to do it step by step until he's in control. He just said that. He just said the coward, the liars, they compromise. He's talking about his prophet. Ahmed Kandal, you want me to open Pal Talk for you? Are you sure? Okay, I just will do it for you, Ahmed. Even though I did not finish, you know, we will go here, no problem. Here we go. My Pal Talk is open. Ahmed, just give me a text, my friend. And as you see, you know, you call me coward, I'm scared. Give me a text, Ahmed. Is that your name? Adarafa? Adarafa? Is that you? It says update, you know, it's not working. Is that you or different one? Adarafa? Yeah, Abdul, don't waste my time. Give me a text. I'm waiting for you. Come on. So here you see. Let's see who's the coward. I just call you at the Rafa, and it doesn't work. You are using stolen software. You are using stolen software like your prophet. That's why it's not working. Here we go. Let me call you again. No, I don't want to text. I want people to call me. You want to call? You want to talk? You're welcome. You want to text? No. Okay, let us block you. No time for kids. Let us go back to our topic. Any Muslim he think is brave enough, he is good enough to call us, speak to us, you're welcome. So, those who compromise in the beginning, they are liars, and that is the stage of Muhammad. When he was weak, he did not say, I want to do jihad. He compromised. When he was weak, he did not say, kill the Christians, the Jews, the kuffar. When he was weak, he did not do anything, actually. He did not do nothing. The Arab used to go around the Kaaba totally naked, and he never opened his mouth about it. And I challenge any Muslim to show me. How big the compromise from this? Arab men and women going totally naked around the Kaaba, and Muhammad never mentioned one word about it. Never. Not even in the Quran. Let us continue.
Advocating of tolerance, being okay with all strands of the society, they compromise their own religion. So they try to walk a very thin line. And they say we cannot label people as mushrik because there's so many of them. Well, Allah Azza wa Jalla labeled them in the Quran when He said, وَمَا يُؤْمِنُ أَكْثَرُهُم بِاللَّهِ إِلَّا وَهُم مُشْرِكُونَ. The vast majority of them, of the people, the inhabitants of earth, would not believe in Allah except while committing shirk.
So the Muslim, when they say Islam will dominate the earth, are they saying Allah is a liar? We just heard the guy quoting a verse from the Quran saying that the majority of earth will never accept Allah. They will commit shirk always. Muslim, they say, no, we are going to control the earth. We will become the majority. Again, you prove Allah to be a liar if what you are saying is true. So one of them is lying. Choose one.
What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious? Yeah. The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver.
Did you hear it, guys? Did you hear it? Fight bot. I have no time for children's. You know? Coward. Go and use your computer so I can call you. I called you many times already and it's not working. Here we go. It says call rejected. You're a stupid idiot. So guys, did you hear this? The kuffar, they believe in Allah. The Mushrkeen, they believe in Allah. This is what we all keep saying to you. Allah is the God of the pagan. Yesterday we played for you a video where the guy, he says that people before they used to call the Lord Ilah. And people speak fast, and they became Allah. But he forgot to tell you that the word Ilah is Aramaic word. And what is the God of those Aramaic people? So you Muslim, you take the name of your God from the pagan Aramaic? And Allah, He take His name from the pagan Aramaic? And how the word God became a name? Is that a name? Yes, the Muslim believe it's a name. So the kuffar, they believe in Allah, brother. Yes, brother, the pagan, they believe in Allah. Listen carefully. This is what he's saying. It's not me saying that.
Of them, of the people, the inhabitants of earth, would not believe in Allah except while committing shirk. What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers.
Did you believe it? Did you hear it? What is the belief in Allah Azza wa Jal is the same belief of the pagan and the idol worshippers. Let me play it again. What is the belief in Allah of the believers? Listen carefully, Muslims.
It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers.
Oh, no, I will not hear it again. You know what?
Believe in Allah except while committing shirk. What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers.
Believe in Allah is the same as the belief of the pagan and the idol worshippers. Who said that? Not Christian Prince. This is not me. This is your Islamic TV and this is your sheikh. Let us hear it again.
Being a tolerant person, advocating of tolerance, being okay with all strands of the society, they compromise their own religion. So they try to walk a very thin line. And they say we cannot label people as mushrik because there's so many of them. Well, Allah Azza wa Jalla labeled them in the Quran when He said, وَمَا يُؤْمِنُ أَكْثَرُهُم بِاللَّهِ إِلَّا وَهُم مُشْرِكُونَ. The vast majority of them, of the people, the inhabitants of earth would not believe in Allah except while committing shirk. What is...
So, if you believe in Allah, you are a mushrik. That's what Allah is saying. The majority of people, not all of them, the majority, they will not believe in Allah unless they commit shirk. That means Allah is not a God of guidance. Allah is misleading you. Allah brought shirk to your life, which is not to believe in one God. So tell us more about the Muslim belief and the pagan belief. Go ahead,
Believe in Allah except while committing shirk. What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious?
No, yeah, I'm serious.
The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe. Used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs.
Those are the pagan. The pagan people believe in the same God of Muhammad. The pagan people, they believe Allah is the provider. That is Baal. The pagan and Muhammad, both, they share the same God.
Same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious?
Yes.
The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe. Used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs. It's all over the Quran.
It's all over the
Quran. Don't look to scholar so-and-so different with scholar so-and-so. Go to...
Look at this idiot. In the beginning of the video, he says, don't take your knowledge from me and YASIR QADHI. Take your knowledge from the scholars. Now he is saying to you, don't take your knowledge from the scholars. They are donkeys. Did you hear it? Isn't it you in the beginning you said, don't take your knowledge from someone like me or someone like YASIR QADHI. Take it from the scholar. Now you are saying to me, don't take it from the scholars because the scholars, they differ about it. What?
Used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs. It's all over the Quran.
All over the
If you
Quran.
read the Quran, don't look to scholar so-and-so different with scholar so-and-so.
Don't.
Go to the sources.
The sources.
Quran says to us in black and white that pagans and idol worshippers believed in Allah.
Exactly.
This is their belief, but associated others with Him.
Islam is a
Through invoking them. And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil. And on the day of judgment, they will distance themselves from their shirk.
Okay, so the one who invoke other than Allah, he is going to go to hell. He's a pagan. Let us ask another Abdul.
Anything from Almighty Allah and use Holy Prophet's name and his holy person as wasila. This is known as tawassul. This is intermediation. And if you sometimes ask directly Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bearing this thing in your mind, that in reality the one who blesses and gives is Allah and not the Prophet.
Not the Prophet.
Prophet is really the wasila. Asking Prophet Muhammad for some.
Hold on. The other guy, he says, if you do that, you're going to go to hell. This guy is saying, no, you can. The prophet is the tool. Listen carefully.
Are we allowed asking Prophet Muhammad for something, or can we only use him as a wasila? Both ways are correct and permissible.
Both ways,
If you ask,
both ways are correct and acceptable. So the other two idiots, they are fighting over it, saying it is haram, blah, 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 la, la, la. This idiot says, no, it's halal. So what's wrong with this religion? And all of them, they are Sunni. Those are Sunni. They are not, we're not talking about like Shia and Sunni. No, this is Sunni. Is it permissible or not?
asking Prophet Muhammad for something, or can we only use him as a wasila? Both ways are correct and permissible. If you ask anything from Almighty Allah and use Holy Prophet's name and his holy person as wasila, this is known as tawassul. This is intermediation. And if you sometimes ask directly Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bearing this thing in your mind, that in reality the one who blesses and gives is Allah and not the Prophet.
Not the Prophet.
Prophet is really the wasila, is the way and means. So considering him means and considering Almighty Allah, the giver in reality.
Absolutely, brother.
And then if you ask directly with the Holy Prophet, with this clarity of mind, this is known as isti'ana, istighasa. This is also permissible.
Let us switch the channel.
So invoking is considered to be shirk on the Day of Judgment. And this is what the Prophet said, ad-du'a'u huwa al-ibadah. Invoking, making dua is worship. Not
Okay. Invoking is a worship. Did you hear it? And the guy who said this is a Shia, you're an idiot, you do not know how the Shia dress. You're a potato. No, he's not a Shia. Invoking is an act of worship. This is what he said. That will make you kafir. So what is this? You see, the Muslim, they say, this is the Muslim translation. We know that this hadith doesn't say blessing, it says salah. The one who do salah on me once, Allah plays salah on him 10 times. But we just heard him saying, if you invoke the Prophet, that is a kufr. The other guy, he said, no, it's okay. We heard him saying, if you invoke the Prophet, this is an act of worship. There's a verse in the Quran says, Allah and the angels pray on Muhammad. Allah himself, he invoke upon Muhammad. And this is Muhammad saying to you that if you invoke on me, Allah invoke on you. Swordman Omar, he is saying you talk big talk, this discrepancies in the Quran, but if your Jesus was God, how come he cried for Lazarus? What he was crying about, losing him, I have you now. My friend, you are a very funny Muslim, because according to your religion, if Jesus, this is your logic, if Jesus did not cry and he did not die, he is God. This is what you are trying to say to me. If Jesus cry and he die, he is not God. So that's mean you as a Muslim, you don't believe in Islam, because according to Islam, Jesus never died and never cried. So he must be God then. I got you. So the stupid you forgot that your belief is that Jesus never cry and never die. So if you're rejecting to Jesus to be God because he cried on the cross, first of all, Jesus was quoting the Old Testament. Ili, this is a verse from the Old Testament, and you are an ignorant like your prophet, who used 3 rocks to clean his bum. And then when they gave him the dunk, because he used to use it, he says, this is the food of the genie. I hope you are not using the food of the genie too. This is how silly, how stupid this religion is. If you try to say Jesus is not God because he was on the cross, well, in your religion he never was. If you try to say if Jesus is God, should not die, well, in your religion never died. And then you need to ask yourself the question, how come Jesus is a human like everybody, but he's alive until now? You have no answer. You put your tail between your legs and run away. And sword man, as long as you are a sword man, can you bring your sword and give me a call so we can laugh? I believe that your sword is a straw in the front of me. And your sword man is made from plastic. Otherwise, I invite you in front of everybody to call me so everybody can hear the side of the story of your story. Is that fair, guys? Do you think the sword straw man, he called himself sword man, he have a sword, he have at least a tongue, he dare even to speak to me? You don't dare. You don't. Text me in Paltalk and I will call you immediately, and everybody will laugh either at you or at me. Fair? All what the Muslims care for, they don't care about religion, making them touch stones, kiss stones, touching the black stone, erase your sin. Who said that? The Prophet. This is not their problem, but Jesus is not God, okay? Jesus is not God. Hold on, pagan. The sheikh in the video, he just said to you that we Muslims and the pagan, we worship the same God. We believe in the same God. We have the same principle of God. And he said that clearly. What do you think? Allah ordered Jibreel to raise Jesus to heaven. Who is the donkey? He said that. You give me his name. Give me his name just to show you Muslims. Those are not Muslims. Those are cartoons. You see, the sheikh in the video, he was right. There's no Muslims. They are kids. They don't know what they are talking about. Jibreel took him to heaven. Show me the verse. You know what? I will shave my 20,005-mile beard if you can show me where in the Quran it says that Jibreel, he took Jesus to heaven. Go ahead. Search Prophet Google so we can laugh at you. Are you there? This is why you don't dare to call me, all of you. You're a bunch of kids. Jibreel take him to heaven. Jibreel, brother. Like, who is Jibreel? Even if we ask you, even who is Jibreel, you don't know. What Jibreel mean, they don't know. Even Jibreel as a name is a theft. This is the religion of the thief Muhammad. They have no idea what they are talking about. Jibreel, brother. Jibreel took him. Jibreel, the pizza guy. Allah ordered Jibreel to come down to all messengers. Okay, Abdul, you just said that Jibreel, he took Jesus to heaven. Don't change the topic. Can you show me the verse in the Quran or you're a prophet saying that? Very simple. Either you are fabricating things and that make you a liar, or this is the truth and you show it to us. What happened to the Muslims? We have Muslim sword. His sword is disappeared already. I don't know what happened to this guy, is dead. And now we have Mehdi. Your name is Mehdi? Are you the one who is born from the thigh of Mary? Huh? Or some they say her name is Narjis? Brother, the Mahdi will come before Jesus, my brother. Hey, brother, where Mahdi was born from? Brother, he did not born from vagina, brother. He's born from her thigh. You know what? My mom, she told me, She did not give birth to me. She downloaded me. Mahdi is born from her thigh? Really? Like what happened? A pimple came in her thigh? And he came as a pimple? Now we are waiting for those Abdul who throw words in the screen, but they have no idea what they are saying because they are desperate. They don't know how to answer. They are following a false prophet and they worship him. This is the truth. Look, even Mahdi himself is laughing. I'm the only one who makes Muslims laugh at Islam. I answered you. Stop pretending I did not answer you. Where is your answer? I did not see the answer. Give me the answer again, swordman. Give me the answer again. Jesus, according to Islam, did not die. He's in the cross. Secondly, Jesus in the Bible says, nobody can take myself. I lay down myself. Nobody can take me. Nobody can take me down. I lay down myself. All the scholars say, Jibreel, show me the scholars too. So you follow scholars. You are mocking only strength. What? Our convention? What is the answer? I want to know, first of all, I challenge you to tell me why Jesus should not die. If he is just a prophet, you Muslims are crazy. You say he's a prophet, and he is, like, even the Quran, like, just to show you the stupidity of this religion. Isn't it the Quran says that all messengers before Muhammad died? Chapter 3, verse number 144. Read carefully and love. And look at the first translation. They put between two brackets many. That's mean the word many is not theirs. Do you see the word many? It's between two brackets. All messengers have passed away before him. Do you see it? So who's Jesus? If all messengers, they passed away before Muhammad, does that include Jesus? In Arabic it says, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ رُسُلُ. Muhammad is nothing but a messenger, and all messengers before him, they pass away. Obviously, Jesus was not a messenger then. He must be God. Because the verse is so clear, it says, all messengers before Muhammad, they pass away. Do you see it? So I forgot. I'm showing you the Quran in Arabic. You pray in Arabic, but you do not know Arabic. Like Zak and Naik. Brother Tatar, the word Allah is a word, and Jesus said, Ili, Ili. And it looked like he's saying, Allah, Allah. Unbelievable. Let me drink some coffee. Oh, this is the camel urine. Hold on. It's mixed up. I mean, I put them in the same color, the same, because coffee and camel urine, they have the same color. Unbelievable. You fool, you did not understand my question. All would you, God, cry losing Lazarus? If he is really, my friend, I understand your question. Okay, why you don't call me and explain your question? What do you think? And about Jesus saying, Father, you see, why you don't quote the verse so people, they will laugh at you? Well, Jesus, he was calling the Father, showing the glory of the Father. And Jesus says, everything the Father can do, I can do too. And he did. And let me show you something so you will be sorry. Let me put what you put for us in the screen so what people will laugh. This is your text, right? Okay. Read with me the Quran and laugh with me. Look what it says. This is the Quran saying Jesus, how he bring people from the dead. He said, and I heal who was born blind, and I heal the leper, and I bring the dead to life by the leave of Allah, or Allah leave. Do you see it? He said, I. You are saying, no, Jesus did not resurrect people. Here it says, no, Jesus did. Allah, he gave a permission. That means Jesus have ability, and he is not using his ability against the will of Allah. Like, if I say to you, you can drive the car, doesn't mean you cannot drive the car. You can't steal it from me. You got the keys, you can't drive. But by saying by my leave, that's mean I give you permission to do so, and I have no problem with you doing it. I'm not going to be angry from you doing it. So the Quran confirmed that Jesus have the power of resurrecting people from death. You are saying, no, I don't understand and I don't agree with Allah. Allah is a liar. However, not to forget to mention that if Jesus can resurrect the dead by the leave of Allah or not, that will not change the fact that Jesus, he resurrected the dead from the ground. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the cow. In the chapter of the cow, Moses, he says to Allah, how you resurrect people from death? What Allah did? Did he say to Moses, I give you permission to do that? Moses do not know how to do it. He cannot do it. In chapter 2, verse number 73, you will see that Allah, he told Moses to go and kill a cow and then hit the dead guy with the penis or the tail or the tongue of the cow. And this how Allah, he resurrect people from death. Do you see it? So we say to strike him, what? The dead man. By what? By the beef of by the beef. And thus Allah bring the dead to life and show you his ayat. So how Allah he bring people from death? He have to hit you with beef. But as you see, Jesus did not use beef to bring Lazarus from the death. Are you there, swordman? Your God, he must be a Hindu God. What is the connection between resurrection and life and Mrs. Cow? Are you there? Are you going to stay till me? I don't understand your question. We Christian, we believe in the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Jesus says, I've been sent by the Father. Well, there's no secret in that. Everything I have is given to me from the Father. There's no secret in that. But when the Quran says, Jesus said, I heal the leper, I quick the dead, and I make the blind see, I. And then he said at the end, by the leave of Allah. This is something you need to prove anyway. And then we find that Allah himself, he cannot resurrect somebody except by beating beef. Now, if we go and check about how Allah resurrect people in the judgment day. Anyone remember how? But by ejaculation. Allah is going to ejaculate in the judgment day. Let us show you the video.
I'm calling all faith.
Hold on. Commercial. This is the God you worship, and you are an idiot for accepting him as a God. You like it or not, this is the truth.
We can say that the Quran strongly suggests, the Quran seems to have a very strong indication that Isa is coming. However, it is not definitive and it is not conclusive in and of itself.
Abe Salo, this is strong. Strong, people, strong suggestion. Pay attention.
Just from the language of the Quran and just from the context of the Quran, we give it the presumption, but not the certainty.
So that's the strong strong suggestion Jesus is coming in the Quran. It's not actually anywhere in the Quran, but khair, strong.
As for the hadith, this is where, of course,
Do you see, guys? Islam is a stupid religion. They don't know if Jesus is coming or not. The Quran never said that according to the Muslim. Look at this. So why do you believe he's coming then? And why the Quran does not mention it? Such an important thing. The Quran have time to tell us about Sulaiman. He heard the ant speech and he smiled at her speech. The Quran have time to tell us that Sulaiman, he dies standing and then the termite eat his stick. The Quran have time to tell us that the Prophet, he have fight with his wives. And Allah and the Messenger and Allah and the angels and Jibreel and all the Islamic army stand with him against two short women. And he lost at the end. The Quran have time, brother, to tell you, brother, that there is 7 Christians, but they are not sure of their number. They slept in the cave. But the Quran forgot to tell us if Jesus is coming or not. So where we can find that?
of course, the issue becomes crystal clear.
Then the hadith, there's no doubt now. Doubt has been killed. There is no doubt.
The number of Sahaba from whom this hadith is narrated is around 10 or so. We have Abu Huraira, we have Jabir ibn Abdullah, Ibn Mas'ud, Ibn Umar, Aisha, Samura ibn Jundub, Imran ibn Hussein, Abdullah ibn Abdul ibn As, Hudhayfa, Thawban, and in fact 1 or 2 more.
There's a hadith of Ibn Mas'ud. He mentioned Ibn Mas'ud.
Ibn Mas'ud.
First of all, Ibn Mas'ud begins by saying that the Christians claim Jesus will come back.
Okay. The Christian claim Jesus will come back? This is what Ibn Mas'ud said? Ibn Mas'ud, he claimed that the Christians claim that Jesus will come back, or you're lying? You see, when you listen to a Muslim, you have to learn one thing. Those people are a bunch of kids. They have a long tongue, and their tongue is like a vacuum machine, suck everything in the way, and they suck Muhammad in their way. Actually, Muhammad, he prophesied that Jesus will come in his time. And this is the Sahih Hadith. It's not the Christians who claim. This is your prophet, swearing by Allah, saying that by the one who hold my soul, which is the devil, that Isa the son of Mary is going to come almost soon to you. Do you see it? I'm not hiding from your question, I just answer you. Jesus is asking the Father, do you agree that Jesus is our Father? Do you agree or not? That's it. So we showed you from the Bible, we showed you from the Quran, that Jesus have the power of resurrecting. And guys, did Jesus say to the man who was next to him in the cross, today you will be with me in heaven? Did he say that to him? That is a resurrection too. I answered you. But my friend, you are an idiot and you don't dare to call me. And just give me a call so we can laugh together. And I want to hear your answers. I gave you my answer. What is your answer? Okay, let us say my answer did not satisfy you. Call me and get me busted. Is that fair, people? If Allah is God, do He need a chicken or beef to resurrect somebody from the grave? Why you Muslim worship beef? Your God could not resurrect the dead man by saying to him, be alive, and he was alive. He told Moses to beat him with beef. And he said to him, and thus this is how we resurrect people from death. Jesus did not use beef. Jesus asked the Father, Father, Jesus showing that what he ever asked from the Father is going to happen. Otherwise, Jesus still he can do it, and he promised the person who was next to him in the cross, who is going to die after a few minutes anyway, that today you will be with me in heaven. So he promised him resurrection. And not only that, the Bible says when Jesus resurrected, he took with him thousands of saints. Now the question is yours. Can your God resurrect this man without the beef? I'm waiting for you. We Christians believe in the Trinity, and you forgot that. So when you say Jesus is asking the Father, you idiot, you forgot that we Christians believe in the Trinity. And the Trinity saying clearly that Jesus the Son said clearly, everything I have is given to me by the Father. That is a Trinity. So when your God Allah, he need a chicken, is that the God of Allah the chicken? By the way, I can show you the hadith where Allah, he sit in the top of a rooster. But this is a different topic. Here Allah is using beef in order to resurrect a man. And not only that, and said, and this is how we resurrect people. He did not only resurrect the man by beating him by beef, he said thus Allah bring the dead to life. Do you see it? And now let me show you the second part of the hadith here, where this guy is going crazy over Allah doing masturbation and doing ejaculation so he can resurrect you. Oh, not this one, hold on. Listen carefully and die laughing.
You see this belief creeping in. But anyway, check this out. More interesting, people. I want to bring your attention. Elaborate detail on the end of time. What's going to then happen is, look at all of this. What will, he goes through in, details. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. A wind is going to come. Ya'juj, Ma'juj are going to come. People are going to die. All this stuff. But then what's going to happen after this utter destruction? Now, this is the hadith. He was saying, YASIR QADHI, that we can't question with reason.
Put together, too many of the Sahaba have narrated it, and therefore, predominant, Sunni methodology basically is that mutawatir ahadith are certain. Yufidul qata'. It's not dhanni. It's not something that is subjective. It is something that is certain. The notion of rejecting mutawatir ahadith simply because it is not rational, right? That's to me the fundamental difference between this strand of Islam versus the bulk of Ahl Sunnah or the bulk of Sunni Islam. So
now check this out. What does the hadith say at the end? When there's utter destruction, how will this be brought back? Then Allah will say, now I have to translate this, so brace yourselves. Allah will send, there's a fluid from beneath the arsh which will ejaculate like the sperm of men. Whoa, people, let me repeat, look at it for yourselves. ثُمَّ يُرْسِلُ اللَّهُ مَاءً. Allah will send down on earth, shower down on earth, fluid from beneath his arsh. So beneath his throne, there's a collection of fluid, which is kamaniyir rijal, which is like the sperm of men. This is going to shower down on the globe, and what's going to happen is this is going to then give birth to once again life. So sperm. So for that, people, I had to yeah. So oh यार ये blizzard, huh? यार ये क्या हो रहा है यार? What's this? What kind of...
So here you see how Islam is a very stupid cult. Allah will do masturbation, hold his penis, doing ejaculation, and then this is how he resurrect people. Now we have sort of Allah saying, this is not about resurrection, Christian Prince. This is about Jesus knowing. My friend, Jesus, he knew even that Elazar, as we call him in Arabic, he dying, and he died. But yet at that time there's no cell phone. At that time there's no internet. At that time there's no WhatsApp and Viber. And now you need to know why and how Jesus know when the Quran says no one knows the unseen save God. No one knows the unseen save God. How Jesus he knew? And just to show that you are quoting a wrong question and lying, this is the verse. I'm going to play it for everybody, and everybody will laugh at you. It's actually amazing. Let us see.
John 11. Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus, of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment, and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sisters said unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha.
Did you hear? Did you hear? Even the sickness of this person, it was for a reason. And Jesus, speaking about his death, he is sure he will die. And he is not there. He did not see what his sickness, he did not know. Like, he's not like he did not receive a description of what's happening, and they said he is just sick. No, you know, not a big deal. He's sick. He's talk about his death and how the death of this man is going to have a connection to a miracle to glorify the Son of God. So Jesus, the Son of God, he wanted to show them that, okay, maybe some of you have a doubt about me because you look, you see a man. Maybe the Father, I'm just claiming to have a father, but I don't belong to him. I'm going to show you what I can do.
And her sister, and Lazarus. When he had heard therefore that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that saith he to his disciples, Let us go into Judea again. His disciples say unto him, Master, the Jews of late sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go, that I may awake him out of sleep.
Stop.
Then said his disciples,
What Jesus will do? Jesus is speaking about the death of a man as a sleep for him. How sure that Jesus, He can resurrect the man. He is so sure to the point, he says, I will wake him up from sleep. Are you there, potato? Sword? Are you there? What death will make him cry? You know, I mean, look at this. Look at this. You know, I just showed you Jesus saying, I'm going to wake him up from his death. I mean, the person is dead. He is dead already for 3 days. Let us say for 3 hours. Let us say for 3 minutes. Let us say for three nights. How sure you can be more than this? For him, it's just asleep. So when you say Jesus, he cried, the word cry is a translation. You are a donkey like your prophet. When Jesus, he cried, to the word cry is when I say to the Father, I cry to him. This is a shouting to the Lord, or shouting to my Father, or shouting, you know, I cry to you to be merciful. You do not even know what a cry means. Can your God do the same as Jesus did to Lazarus? Muhammad, he died, and the Muslim did not bury Muhammad for 3 days and 3 nights. And then Ibn Abbas, he said, bury your friend, his belly is full of fart and he stink. Is that correct, Sword? And why you don't call me instead of exchanging this stupid conversation? Guys, do you like to hear this guy who claimed to have a knowledge? Because you are just a kid repeating the same thing and you keep saying I'm not answering you. Call me. Explain to me. And either people will laugh at you or they will laugh at me. What is your worry? Show them how we are running away from you. I mean, who is the one who is running away from you? The one who keeps asking you to call him, or the one who is not calling? Any Muslim have the courage. Your God, he got angry. Your God, he forget. Your God, he cried for you. Your God is sorry for you. Your God, all of those are represented to a human being behavior. Allah have 99 names. 99 of them is a human attribute. So if you are saying that Jesus have a human attribute, well, your God have, all of him is a human attribute. Your God have 2 hands. Your God have 5 fingers. Your God have a chin. Your God have 2 eyes. Even your God, he look like Jesus. I can show you the hadith. Your God, he cry. Your God, he feels sorry for you. Your God is, he forget. Your God, he is angry. Your God, love not. Allah, he hate. Allah, he love. All of those are a human attribute. So, the dilemma of the Muslims is that they are double standard people. When they want, it's okay for God to have a human attribute. When they want, no, you cannot. Am I correct, Sword? You Muslims are double standard religion. We as a Christian, we believe that Jesus as God, he came down. And he suffered. Can God suffer? Yes, because he came in the flesh. The Bible says, for God, he humbled himself. But what if I show you your God, Allah is suffering? Let me show you how we can make Allah suffer. I will start making Allah torture Allah. Allah, he hate those who do yawning, and Allah, he love those who do sneezing. There we go, we are torturing Allah. you ever heard of Allah like this? Everybody, let us torture Allah. Let us all together start yawning. Oh, stop, stop. Allah, He loves those who sneeze and He dislikes those who yawn. Stop, please. This is not right. You are torturing Allah. Allah is God, but He is getting infected by yawning. The yawning God. You have a weakness spot. Don't yawn, please. You are yawning? Do you know what that will do to Allah? You screwed His day. Allah now He cannot even watch TV. Allah is so upset. Allah is yawning. So look at the double standard cult. They speak about Jesus and they want to design Him to be God as they want, but they're God who get infected by a yawning. It's okay. I mean, we are not killing, we are not stealing, we are doing nothing, we are just yawning. Have you ever heard of a God can be tortured by yawning? Once I open a chat room in Paltalk, it's called Let Us Yawn for the sake, no, actually not yawn, let us sneeze for the sake of Allah. Because Allah, He likes sneezing. I wanted to make Allah happy. The Muslim, they went to Paltalk and reported my chat room. Can you believe it? I was trying to make Allah happy. I mean, after all the demolition we do to Him every day, and the nails we put in His coffin every day, I said, let me be merciful to Him at least once a week. So I opened a chat room. It's called Let Us Sneeze for the Sake of Allah and make Allah happy. Muslim get upset. Have you ever heard of a God? He got happy, excited like a puppy. His tail is moving. Why? Because somebody is sneezing. Why? He like you to have a flu? And how sneezing can be from God and yawning can be from shaitan? What happened to you, sort of potato? Are you there? So do you see how double standard this religion is? When it's come to Jesus, they try to put Him down in any way, in any mean. Oh, Jesus, He cry. Your God, He cry. Your God, He get affected by yawning, not by cross. Jesus in the cross have nails in His hands, in His feet, yet He said, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. While your God, He hide under the couch. When somebody do yawning, Jesus was forgiving the one who He killed by Him. Do you see the difference between my Jesus and your God? Do we have any Muslim? Hey guys, just I have a delivery. Let me go to the door and get it. Okay. I told the delivery guy to help me, to give me a hand. He said, what's up? He said, I want you to do some yawning with me, please. He said, why? He said, I want to harm somebody. Look how evil a Christian prince is, hurting Allah by yawning. Unbelievable. Now, going back to our videos, and the Muslims who are so confused about if they can invoke Muhammad or not. And remember, they are talking about invoking the dead. Listen to this.
Not a form of worship, no, is worship. This is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. So if you go to the disbelievers, to the idol worshippers, at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, none of them would say to you that I am worshiping this idol because I believe that it creates, it gives life and takes it. I believe it facilitates my affairs. I believe rain comes through it. Nobody says this. They know that only Allah does this. And this is Tawheed al-Rububiyyah.
Do you understand? Do you see what Tawheed al-Rububiyyah? Hey Muslim, do you see what Tawheed is? Tawheed is the pagan who understand very well that those who they pray for them is not the one who bring rain, is not the one who resurrect from death, is not the one who forgive their sin. This is Tawheed. Listen carefully again.
Believe that it creates, it gives life and takes it. I believe it facilitates my affairs. Is worship, not a form of worship, no, is worship. This is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. So if you go to the disbelievers, to the idol worshippers, at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, none of them would say to you that I am worshiping this idol because I believe that it creates, it gives life and takes it. I believe it facilitates my affairs. I believe rain comes through it. Nobody says this.
See?
They know that only Allah does this. And this is Tawheed al-Rububiyyah.
Tawheed al-Rububiyyah.
So for this
Hey,
so-called
people.
scholar to come and claim that when I go to Tijani or Jilani or Sidna al-Badawi or to Al-Hussein or to the Prophet himself, and I make dua to them that I don't believe in them to be gods, this is exactly what the idol worshippers used to do.
Do you see?
Allah says in the beginning of Surah Zumar that we do not worship them except so that they would get us closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. Why are you calling Al-Hussein to help you? Because he can call Allah Azza wa Jal. So this is the identical shirk that the idol worshippers used to do. And if you say, no, Sheikh, you are judging their intention. Excuse me? Why is this person invoking Al-Hussein or Al-Tijani or Al-Jilani or Al-Badawi, the dead, the grave? Why are they going to Dargah and sacrificing to them and lighting lights and candles?
Do you see? Tawheed have nothing to do with worshipping only one God. Tawheed is about associating gods with God. Do you see it? He just said, he clearly, actually I want to save this video. This is the name of the video. Later guys, if you want to see it, why YASIR QADHI is wrong. This person, for the first time we hear it from Muslim in YouTube, I heard before in TV for sure, that Tawheed al-Rububiyyah is not believing in the oneness of Allah as God only. No. Is something exists before Islam by the pagan. Tawheed. This is why it's called Tawheed, unification. So there's many gods beside Allah, but the big God is Allah. The rest are his helpers. Listen carefully again.
Ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have, right? That pagans and idol worshippers believed in Allah Azza wa Jal. This is their belief, but associated others with him through invoking them. And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil. And on the day of judgment, they will distance themselves from their shirk.
Here you notice something very important. That is it Muhammad, he says that the black stone is the right hand of Allah. Do you see Islam claim that Islam came and Islam is cleanse itself from those who associate gods with Allah. So when you Muslims, you kiss the black stone, and Muhammad, he said, the one who kissed or he touched the black stone, erase his sin. Isn't this an invocation upon a stone? Isn't it Muhammad, and this is not metaphorical, said that the black stone is going to have tongues and eyes and ears and is going to witness for you, intercede for you in the day of resurrection? Isn't it Muhammad, he said that the Quran will come in the judgment day as a peeled man? He will come as what? As a peeled man. And remember, the Quran is not created. He's a divine. He's not created by Allah. So he's created by who? He's not created. So the Muslim believe. Actually, if you're a Muslim and you say the Quran is created, they will kill you. And there's many who were killed for believing in such a thing. But he just said to us that the pagans believe that there is someone beside Allah will intercede. And those were idols, stones, rocks. But this is the case for the black stone. Let us see together. Muhammad, he made it clear that those who touch the black stone in the Yemeni corner, by touching them, his sin is erased. Let us see the hadith. Hold on. I don't want to hurt your eyes. Hold me. Give me a second. So Muhammad is nothing but a continuous of what the pagan used to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Touching the black stone, here we go. And this is Sahih Hadith. Read carefully. Abu Abdul Rahman was asked, why do I only see you touching these two corners? He said, I heard the Messenger of Allah say, touching them erase sin. Do you see, people, what the problem? We heard this guy saying that the pagan before Islam, they believe in Allah. The problem, they are considered as pagan because they believe stones, which is idols or stones, or the meditator between them and God. They believe that those stones are the helpers of Allah, will make them closer to Allah. But isn't it, this is what Muslims they do today? Do you see how clear it is? Do we have any Muslim have an objection for what we are saying? If there's any Muslim want to get us busted, you Muslims are pagans. The guy is so clear. The pagan, they believe in Tawheed al-Rububiyyah. The Tawheed, they believe in Tawheed. The pagan, they believe in Tawheed. He said that, not me. You believe in Tawheed. Okay, hold on. Guys, sword this man. I don't know who's the stupid here, sword man. Look at this guy. I like your goat, by the way. I mean, your beard like a goat. Go on, be a man and call me. Stop being like little girl. Look at this. It says, touching them erases the sin, not erases all sin. Does that make a difference? I mean, who is the donkey here? And it says erases the sin. Does that mean, okay, so, this is a product made by Allah, like the one you buy. It says to you, it killed 99.9 of the germs. Brother, hold on, brother. Hold on. I got you busted. It doesn't say it erases all sin. It says it erases sin. I mean, do you see how, look how strong this answer, brother. This is deep. I have to go, guys. I have to go. I mean, this is too much for me. I have to run. It erased 99.999 of the sin, not all the sin, brother. I got you busted. Abdul, the question is, how touching a stone will erase your sin? We just heard that the pagan, they used to do that because the stone is a mediator between them and Allah. But you do the same. And now you try to fix it, you make it blind. No, no, no. It doesn't say all sin. No, it says all sin. It says erase, erase. Ya hittan al-khati'ah. Erase sin. Did not say some of the sin. Did your prophet say the word some? Idiot. Did your prophet say in the hadith, erase some of your sin? It says erase sins. Sins. You are a certified stone. And your goat beard is not helping you. And everybody is laughing at you. Now the question is, as long the pagan they believe in Allah, the pagan they believe that Allah is the boss, idols around him are his helpers and they are the middle person, and they pray to them or they touch them to get close to Allah, and then you do the same until now. So you were a pagan before Islam and you are pagan after Islam, which means Islam is just a continue of the pagan Arab belief. Nothing changed. And now you fix it supposedly, and you get me busted. You know. Look at this. This is powerful, brother. Not powerful. This is really powerful. A lot of powerful there. It erase. Hold on. Hold on. Touching the black stone erase not all sin. Abdul, do you like to call me and tell me how by touching the stone it erased some of your sin as you claim? How that can happen? Look who is talking. You Christians have saint intercede. They are not stones. And I can ask now the Christians here, not saints, to pray for me. Nothing wrong with that. Pray, pray, pray. Pray for me. You have a stone, you idiot. And the stone is not even interceding. The stone, by touching it immediately, your sin is erased. That means the stone is God. Do you see it? This is your words. It says, touching them erase sins, not erase all sins. This is your word. If I was in the time of the disciple of Jesus and I say, brother, pray for me, that is a form of intercession. They are praying for me, so God will accept something I want. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not praying for them. You is praying to Allah and touching a stone and bowing in front of a stone and kissing a stone, and you believe it's a holy stone, and touching the stone erase your sin. What is left? Any Muslim? So I believe this is an extreme important video here of this beard guy. May Allah bless him. Forget about this guy who put umbrella making fun of Allah ejaculation. I mean, shame on you. Respect the testicles of Allah. I mean, Allah is free to do ejaculation or not. What's your business?
Oh यार ये blizzard हाँ यार ये
Hold on. There is something in your eye, brother. I think you know. I mean, you did not put the umbrella when Allah was doing ejaculation. How can your saint? How can your saint hear you? They are knowing too. No. Hold on. How my saint they can hear me? Let me explain to you, my friend. If you are talking about dead cannot hear me. If you are talking about the living, we believe that those living, who they are saint with God, they are a spirit, and they can be around us. Very simple. The question is for you. You pray to your prophet. Can your prophet hear you? Let us get the answer. You said your prophet, he said, your false prophet, pray to me, for your prayer will be placed in front of me. They said to him, Prophet, how we can pray for you when you are going to be dead and your body will be decayed? He said, oh no, I did not tell you that Allah forbid the earth from consuming our bodies. So hold on. How the prayer you pray today is going to be displayed in front of your God? I'm going to use your question against you, just to show you how Muslims, Muhammadan, they are double standard cult. They will never apply the same question to themselves, because they have a clear cowardness of facing themselves. They don't dare to face themselves. Look at this. How can your saint hear you? I just said I can ask my brothers here in the chat room. They can hear me. They don't have to be saints. And who said to you, I'm going to ask the saints? But even if somebody did, why you want to do that? You have the Lord himself, speak to him. You have Jesus himself, speak to him. The Lord, he said, every two of you mention my name, I will be between them, which means he will be the third between us. And that additional proof that he's God. But now the question will go back to you. Muhammad is dead. How he can hear you? Is he all-knowing too? And this is the hadith, it's sahih. How Muhammad is dead, and yet the prayer of the Abdul is going to be placed in front of the biggest Abdul. Is he all-knowing? According to the Quran and according to the Bible, Jesus is all-knowing. This is why the Quran in chapter 4 says, Jesus said to them, I can tell you what you hide in your houses. I can tell you what you think. I can tell you what is in your mind. And this is in your Quran. But now Muhammad is dead. And your prayer, which is submitted not to Allah, is submitted to him. Is he God? And how is going to be exposed to him and he is dead? And let us say, for the sake of argument, his body is forbidden to be consumed. What does have to do with submitting that? You know, you're dead. Do you see the stupidity in this story here? Let us say you are a mummy. Okay, we preserve your body. Mummy, you're Ramses, the Pharaoh. But how we can submit my prayer should go to God, should not go to Muhammad. Obviously, you Muslims are pagan who worship Muhammad. We follow Jesus, the living God. You follow Muhammad, the dead God. The truth hurt. Do we have any Muslim who have the courage? You know, like all of them, they call themselves swords, but they are pencils. Even pencils can do better. Anyone who's a real sword? Any Muslim can explain to me how we are going to display the prayer to Muhammad, but yet he is a mummy? Muhammad the mummy. What is the purpose that you pray and your prayer does not go to Allah, it goes to Muhammad? Anyone? Any pencil, anything? Anybody? Yeah, any toothpick? Toothpick? I think you don't have a sword, you have lipstick. You are confused between lipstick and eyeliner your prophet he used to put in his eyes 3 times a day and sword. What happened to you? I want an answer. Your prophet now is a mummy. Your prayer is not going to Allah, it's going to the mummy box. Explain to me. Can Allah, is Muhammad is all-knowing? And why Allah, he don't receive your prayer, but the one who received it, the mummy Muhammad? Is he all-knowing too? Is he alive or dead? Where it does say pray for the prophet, it says that. Here we go. It says, here we go. Guys, no, it doesn't say pray for the prophet. It says to the prophet, not for the prophet. It says pray to, not for. Sorry. Who care about now pray to or pray for? We are asking a question. Muhammad now is a mummy. Why your prayer is submitted to the mummy? Is he dead or alive? So, if for the sake of argument, Muhammad mummy body is preserved, still is dead. And by the way, the hadith says Muhammad, he stink when he died. And if you call me, I can make you read the reference by your own. It says that his fingers cannot be open, his nails became green and blue, his belly became full of fart, and he is farting. رَبَّ بَطْنَهُ وَانْثَنَ خُصَرَهُ وَإِنَّ صَاحِبَكُمْ لَأَنْتَنْ, and he stink. All of this is said by the companion of the Prophet. He stink. He is farting. His stomach is full of gas, and his fingers are shrinking. You know, when the person he died, like he closed his fingers in a certain way. And yet Muhammad, he says, Allah, he forbid the bodies of the Prophet from being decayed. And this is why the Muslim, when he died, they did not bury him, because he told them he will not decay. And this is one of the reasons when Muhammad he died, as we heard, that there is something called the war of apostate. Did you ask yourself why tens of thousands they left Islam right away? Because he stink. He told them he will not decay when he died. But when he died and they did not bury him, and why did not bury him? Because he told them he will not decay. Why they want to bury him? I mean, guys, if a prophet, he says, I will not decay, give me a reason to bury him. Why you Muslim don't put him and take him from the grave? He is going to be exactly as he was 1400 years ago. In 2 seconds, we can find if Muhammad is a scammer or he's truly a prophet. If he did not decay, then Muhammad is a prophet. If he become dust and shish kebab, Muhammad is a fraud. But even the reference in the hadith, 3 days, less than 3 days after his death, remember Saudi Arabia is very hot. This is why the Muhammadan, when they buried him, they did not even change his clothing. And they claim you cannot change the clothes of the prophet, brother, because it's holy clothes. You're right, stinky prophet. Anyone knows what is the last thing Muhammad he did before he died? Who knows? Who knows and who can provide me with the hadith? Let us see who of you is listening and learning. What is the last thing Muhammad he did before he died? Anyone knows? I know the voice take time to come to you because I'm in the moon. He pissed. Like, what the heck? A prophet of God, the last thing he do before he die, he pee? Didn't his, okay, how come when Moses, the angel of death came to him, Moses give him a boxing in his eye and he refused to die? Muhammad urinate. No, he did pee, pee, psst, you know, bzz, you know. This is the last thing he did. How come he did not pray to God? Now he is going to face his God. Now it's time to pee. And then he pee and he die. She gave him a dish. He pee in the dish, the same dish he eat from. He pee in it. And he died. So what do you say, Muslims? And here we go. The only one who have the hadith is the admin there. Lisa, thank you. And by the way, there's a woman. She drank the piss of the Prophet. May Allah, you know, keep his piss forever. Muhammad, he promised her she will go to heaven because she drank his piss and fire will not touch her stomach. The piss of the Prophet is anti-fire, anti-hell. Yeah, it's anti-corona too. Hey guys, I need to go and do something, okay? Hold on. I just remember it because I keep talking about it and just remember I did not do it since yesterday. And I feel like I'm going to die soon. So I better do it before. I don't want to take it with me too, you know. This is a clear sign that he is a prophet of God. Right. Why do I care if he's solid himself? Your Jesus was naked in the cross? Look at this. First of all, naked, my friend. Okay, you see a sword, you are just an idiot. Let me ask you a very simple question in the front of everybody. And I want you to answer as a man, not as a kid. I will give you a chance to be a man for a second. Is it okay for a prophet of God to be naked? Say yes or no. When you say Jesus was naked in the cross, you are trying to insult, right? Okay. Is it okay for a prophet to be naked? First of all, Jesus was not naked. Nakedness, you know, when they say they took off his clothes, still there is under a cloth, you idiot. But I can show you your prophet right now was naked when he opened the door and men, they saw him. You're a prophet naked, get out of the house. You're a prophet naked going around the Kaaba. And the top of that, Allah, he made Moses run in the street just to prove that his balls is healthy. Do you have the courage to debate me about it? And I will show you reference one by one. You're a prophet opening the door to people, to men, and he is naked. You're a prophet sitting in his house showing his testicles. You're a prophet going in the street around the Kaaba and he is naked. You're a prophet is being kissed by men and he took off his clothes. so the man, he can kiss him down his belly. I'm going with you, no problem. And here we go. Let us see the story of Moses. Allah, he loved to see his prophets naked. When the Jews, they accuse Moses that his balls are not right, Allah, he decided to prove to the Jews that Moses, he have nice testicles. And this is Sahih Hadith, and your prophet, he confirmed it. As you see, this is Sahih Bukhari. Just shut up, you son of Muta. Just get out of here. You're a coward. You know, you brought it, now you don't want to talk about it because you're a coward. Get out of here. Here we go. This is your prophet. This is your Musa prophet. Allah made him go naked between children and kids and boys and women in the middle of the town just to prove that his testicles is beautiful. Allah Messenger said the Prophet Moses was shy person and he used to cover his body completely because of his extensive shyness. Not like your prophet, the pervert. When Umar, he entered the door, Muhammad did not cover his ass and his testicles, and I can show you the hadith. When Abu Bakr, he entered the door, he did not cover his ass and his testicles, and I can show you the hadith. When Uthman, he entered the door because he is the rich man, he covered himself. Aisha, she said, why you cover yourself? He said, how I cannot be shy from someone, the angels are shy from him. You're a prophet, he said, I'm not shy to show my testicles. I shy only in the front of the rich guy. Coward, son of Muta. Because of extensive shyness, one of the children of Israel heard him saying, he covered his body in this way only because he have some defect in his skin, either leprosy or scoral hernia. I like the scoral hernia thing. Or he has some other defect. Allah wished to clear Moses. Look at this. Brother, Allah listening to the Jews talking about the testicles of Prophet Moses. Allah will never let that happen, brother. You can talk about Moses is okay. You can say his nose is not okay, it's okay. But talking about his testicles, stop there. I'm going to get you busted. So, Allah wanted to clear Moses of what they said about him. So one day, while Moses was in seclusion, he took off his clothes and he put them on a stone and started taking a bath. When he had finished the bath, brother, he moved toward his clothes. So it was so to take them. But the stone took his clothes and fled. Moses picked up his stick. Oh, there's no way Moses can walk without the stick. I mean, come on, this is Moses. If you see Moses ever and he have no stick with him, this is not Moses. So now Moses, the stone is still in his wallet, his clothes, and he is naked. And now it is time to pick up his stick. Moses was not astonished because the stone is running. Because, brother, at that time, stones, they used to run. Like you notice here, Moses is not like, what? The stone is what? The stone is walking? No. It's like nothing happened, you know. This is very normal at that time. Moses, because at that time, brother, stones they are made by apple. You know? Smart stone. Like, I mean, the hadith is reporting the story as, okay, shouldn't Moses now say, like, what the heck? Stone and running? No. Moses, he took his stick and he ran after the stone and he was talking to her. He's talking to the stone. Okay, he ran after the stone saying, oh, stone, give me back my garment. Like, he's talking to who? My friend, Islam is a religion of crazy. This Moses is a crazy. He is not surprised that the stone is running. And on top of that, he's talking to the stone. Guys, I got delivery. And do you know why I went outside and get it? What if the stone next to my door took it and run away? I mean, let us be honest here. The delivery person, he put the box next to the stone. I go out, I'm wearing my short. The stone took off my delivery. Christian Prince run after the delivery. What he say? Oh, stone! Stop! Stone! And look, all the neighbor, that nobody care for the stone is running. People, they care only for the testicles of Moses. Look at the story, how stupid it is. So till he reached the group of Bani Israel. Till what? Till he reached the group of Bani Israel. All this time he's running behind the stone and saying, oh, stone, stop, give me my garment. And they saw him naked. And they found him the best of what Allah had created. The Jews, okay, hold on. Let us say I was a Jew in the time of Moses, and now I see a stone running. Which one is going to be more important? Seeing a naked man or a stone is running? Unbelievable! I mean, who is the crazy here? Hey, sort of potato. Text me in Pal Talk so we can laugh. Stone. The stock name is Rocky Balboa. I don't know what is that. Is that a cartoon name or something? And guys, and this is how naive people are. I mean, who in the world can believe in such a garbage? And you know, the people did not even like. Nobody was surprised that the stone is running. No. People are looking at Moses. Nobody cared for the stone. And brother, the Moses, when the stone stopped, look, Allah, he made the stone stop. He wanted to stop there so everybody would see him naked there. A lot of people there. And when the stone stopped there, Moses took his garment and he started hitting the stone with his stick. What a religion, man. I'm going to die one day laughing at this. And the Muslim is worried. Jesus was God and he was naked in the cross? Huh? And no, he was not naked, Abdul. Today they call it short. You idiot. This is a great example of the hilarious double standard of the Muhammadan. When they want, they question. When they want, question not. Look at this story. No question. The Prophet said, that's it, it's true. That's it. This is registered in history, brother. The Jews, they have it in their books. And when they saw that Moses, you see, the Jews don't care that Moses, his God split the sea for them. They care for his testicles. It's his time now to find out. This is why Shakespeare, he says, to be or not to be, that is the question. To have a good testicles or not. I was going to apply to a job as a prophet, but because you know what happened, you know, like when I was, this is a true story, by the way, when I was rising at Burak, brother, I broke one testicle. You know, we Arab, we have 3 testicles and we broke one. So I'm not sure if I'm qualified now for this job. Any Abdul? All right, guys. I want to say thank you for being here. This is enough for today. This video is very important. I'm going to post it for you. Actually, you can download it, and maybe you can cut the part where he's saying that Tawheed and Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, those are what the disbeliever believe, the pagan believe, the same as Muslims. Let me post the link for you so everybody can cut that part, use it in your videos when you need it. And actually, me myself, I'm going to try to save it, and so we can use it for a different purpose. Okay? Alhamdulillah, brother. So, thank you very much for being here. I will try tomorrow to be here if I can. And as you see, Muslims, they have very wicked cult mixed with paganism, stones, and they are Mushrkeen. And this is what the Muslims agree. They invoke a man, his name is Muhammad, and he is dead. In the same time, they claim that if you invoke someone beside Allah, you are a pagan, but yet they do that to Muhammad. And this is the other guy who is a Muslim Sunni saying, yes, you can invoke the Prophet. And the other guy, he said, invoking a man beside Allah is an act of worship.
Are we allowed asking Prophet Muhammad for something, or can we only use him as a wasila? Both ways are correct and permissible. If you ask anything from Almighty Allah and use Holy Prophet's name and his holy person as wasila.
Yeah, swallow it, yeah, swallow it. Yeah, get it there, the booger, yeah. I mean, with your booger now, by the help of your booger, we are convinced. So, this is another video. Let me post it for you too, in case you want to use it. So you can laugh at this stupid cult, who they claim to be monotheist, but the fact they are black stone theist. Who they claim to be worshipping one God, but the fact their God is right hand stone, their God is Allah, Muhammad, their God, Allah and Muhammad knows best. The Prophet and God, they knew best. They associate the knowledge of God with the knowledge of a man. A man who cleaned his bum with the 3 rocks. A man who the hadith says he was full of lies. A man who go after children for sex. A man who could not resist the temptation of his own son wife. A man who is not a man, who he used to dress his wife clothes, yet he claimed that he never received Quran except in the clothes of his wife Aisha. That is your man. But for you Muslims, I hope that you enjoy your black stone in the month of Ramadan. And if you are rich and you can afford to go to fantasy trip to Mecca, don't forget there's 5-star hotels. You kiss the black stone, you go and take jacuzzi. There's a lot of drugs in Mecca. #1 city in drugs in Saudi Arabia. Just yesterday, the Saudi, they decided to close all their borders with Lebanon, brother. Why, brother? Because Lebanon became #1 important country to import drugs for the people who go to Hajj. Once there's a very old woman, she is coming from Pakistan or India, I forgot where, she's a Muslim. And they found with her a big bottle of a black label whiskey. So the Saudi guy, the police, he said to her, what's wrong with you? You are like 85 years old and you don't have a shame to carry black label whiskey with you? She said, son, son, I cannot walk around the Kaaba, son, I'm so old, so I bring some black label, the Kaaba go around me. Shame on you to bring a woman at the end of her life, taking her money, all the saving, just to go around the black stone, making her believe that her sin will be forgiven. Shame on you. She cannot go around the black stone. She would die. People will step on her. So drink little black label and the Kaaba go around her. The same what happened to the friend of Mirza Ghulam. Mirza Ghulam, he had a friend who is, he said hashish, you know, hashish. So he told them that when I go to Kaaba, I don't go around the Kaaba go around me. I don't know if there's any Ahmadiyya here, he can help us on that. So brothers and sisters, the benefit of a black label is very pleased by Allah, and this is why when Nader Ahmad, he called me and he says, do you know that scientists, they prove that those who drink alcohol, they give birth defect? So I said to him, so is it bad or good? and took us like an hour to make him agree to say if it is bad or good. And the Quran claimed that making you drunk is a sign from Allah. Very beautiful. When you see somebody is drunk, it's a miracle from Allah. So beautiful. I hope today not many would make miracle of Allah. It is Saturday. Some people go crazy and be stupid. And by the way, you know, alcohol is bad and good, as anything in this earth. The Lord, he says, little of it will bless your heart. And actually science prove that alcohol is very healthy for those who have a problem with the heart. Little of it, bless your heart. But too much of it will kill you. As anything, too much salt will kill you, too much sugar will kill you, too much water will kill you, too much air will kill you, too much fat will kill you. But you cannot live without those things. So they exist with balance. Everything have to have balance. Life is about balance. So the smart one is the one who learn how to use what God, he gave him as a gift. And if you get drunk, you don't enjoy actually drinking because you are drunk. That's it, the joy is gone. So when you enjoy a taste of a drink, you enjoy it when you are aware of it. If you are not aware, you are not aware. You lost your joy. So alcohol is not exist really for bad use. Alcohol exists for good use. But you can use it for bad and you can use it for good. For centuries, alcohol and thousands of years used to clean wound, to save life from infection. Extremely important product of survival. The new drugs which they use for surgery, this is new. Before, everybody used alcohol. There's nothing else. For thousands of years, there's no other product to save a human being from being infected. Nothing. So alcohol saved life. But alcohol can destroy life too, the same as anything else. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and I'm going to go out and get my delivery. I will put it in the front of my door, and I will put a camera, and I will see if the stone will steal it, and then if the stone steals it, I will record it for you, and we will put it in the hadith. So people, they can be witness for all those true stories. That stones, they can steal your delivery. I wanna, guys, imagine if the stones steal my delivery, I will be like, I will have #1 video to be viewed around the world. CNN news, breaking news. A guy's name is Christian Prince, he's an Arabian. Is it crazy? You know, because, you know, like he drink camel urine and, you know, you think the Prophet Muhammad is a holy prophet. So he received his delivery from the Amazon from Brazil and the Amazon jungles. And, you know, they put the delivery for him in front of the door. And then when he wanted the door, he saw the stone carrying the delivery. And he chased the delivery. And then the police, they give him the first traffic light because he was running after the delivery when the traffic light was red. But the police was not able to give a traffic ticket to the stone because the stone have no license plate. And until now, they are impress you, chasing him and the black stone because they keep running. Now they are in highway 101, and now they are passing, and we have our helicopter in the top of the, you know, we would broadcast for you all this live event. It's happening right now from around the world. Everybody is watching. A stone is carrying a delivery package from Amazon Brazil, and we don't know what is inside this package. It sounds very fishy. We heard that inside the delivery it was the Quran. And because of the Quran, the stone is the holy stone. And they want the stone, they don't want the Christian prince to receive the holy Quran because the Christian prince is not holy. So the stone, the holy stone, Allah, He made the holy stone seal. And this is the conspiracy, is not confirmed yet. Our agent in the floor, and the reason he's in the floor, simply because he is, it says in the rock, because in order to trade the rock, you have to be in the floor, okay? And our agent, her name is the floor, on the floor. She is going to, you know, report for you every second what's happening about the stone, which is carrying the rock, and this is a true story. And now we are confirmed that this is delivery. Actually, it was not coming for a Christian prince. It was the wallet and the clothes for Prophet Musa. Prophet Musa, actually, this is not even Christian prince, it's the one who's choosing the stone. This is a false news and now fake news. Now it's confirmed that this is Prophet Musa, the Dawood guy, Musa, and he is the one who is chasing the stone, and you know, and the stone, like, you know, it's the stone. Yeah, and now the police, they are surrounding the stone from every direction. And you know, it's almost you know, like, okay, the stone, and the police are pointing their guns at the stone, and the stone is laughing at them. I say to them, I'm a stone, you cannot kill me, you idiot. You know, crazy people. And the police, they don't know what to do because it's a stone. Okay, shoot at the stone. I mean, it's a stone. Hello. So the police now, they hold themselves down, and they were not going to shoot because the stone is a stone and they cannot kill a stone. And now, because if they shoot too, they are risking the Prophet Musa's life, who is chasing the stone. Look, the stone now is slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. The stone stopped, alhamdulillah. The stone is stopped finally. Musa, he got his garment, Akbir, Takbir, Allahu Akbar. He opened the package, he found his wallet, and now his cell phone, and alhamdulillah, is not made by Apple, it's made by China. The end of the report. What the heck is that? So I better leave, otherwise reporting the story of the stone is going to take forever, especially with the CNN. It's CNN is exactly Islam, fake news. Reading Muhammad stories is watching CNN. Shouldn't they call it Muhammad Nin? Fake news. This is fake news, Abdul. You really believe in this? Anyway, you believe or not, who cares? And look, 60 Prophet. Look at the title, look at there. 60 minutes CNN. And look at the title, 60 Prophet. "60-minute program, CNN." I have to go. I drank all the water in front of me. I'm going to die to keep talking. You know, my throat is getting thirsty more and more. From, I mean, the more you read those lies, the more your throat go dry. Unbelievable. 60 Prophet, 60-minute CNN, chapter 28. Abu Huraira. Even the guy who reported the story, his name is the father of the cats. Abu Huraira, I mean the father of the cats. I mean, come on, get us somebody who's named the father of the dog, the father of the cats. Why? He have no children? Anyway, I believe this is true story, you know. Yeah. And Allah, He spoke about it in the Quran. Chapter 33, verse number 69. And look at this miracle, additional miracle. Verse number 69. Look at the number. The chapter was speaking about inserting a chain in the anus. It was verse number 69. The chapter which is talking, or the verse is speaking about Musa's private part, is 69. How you can explain such a coincidence? It cannot be coincidence. It's a miracle. This is divine. And look, the chapter number is 60 Prophet. Look at this. Anyone want to do a mathematic miracle about it, a video in Muslims? Because you are very good on those things. Apostate prophet is here. So he was not a prophet no more? What do you mean? Like, what happened? You resign? And you know, it's very normal, like Arabian prophet, and the one is coming to him to visit him is apostate prophet. I mean, we're a prophet, you are 60 prophet. Look, we are 60 prophet. All of us, we are prophets here. You know, but you know, to be honest with you, he is not qualified to be a prophet because he's not an Arab. Arab only, brother. We are the real prophets. You know, let me give you a prophecy. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's coming. I'm sure many of you are shocked. How I know that? I'm not going to tell you. Who cares it's fake IP or not? So, you know, Muhammad is a prophet. Everybody is a prophet. I don't know what to do with this word. Yeah. I told my neighbor, you know, you're going to have a dog. She said, I have a dog. I said, you're going to have the dog you have. Anyway, it's good to be a prophet anyway. But I don't like it sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's very embarrassing, you know. Yeah. Any other Muslim before we leave? Do we have do we have 59 prophet here? Is my prophecy sahih? Come on, Ramadan. Brother, what are you talking about? My prophecy, all of them, they come to be true. A month after Trump, he won the election, I saw a vision that Trump will win the election. Go back in the video and see. It was a month after he won the election. This is exactly what happened when Muhammad, he predicted that the Roman will win after they won. You remember the chapter in the Quran where it says that the prophet, he said that the Roman, they lost and they will win in a few years, and the Muslim, they say this is a prophecy. But Muhammad, he said the prophecy after they won. Read it. Abu Sa'id narrated, on the day of Badr, the Roman had victory over the Persian. So the believer were pleased with that. Then the following was revealed. Alif Lam Mim, the Roman been defeated, up to his saying, the believers will rejoice. Have you ever heard of somebody making a prophecy after it happened? I can do that too. Yes, brother, I can do that. And the Muslims, they start trying to cover this. Oh no, you don't understand. Understand, it says they get victory, and then the verse revealed. It's in front of you. Anyway. Okay, it's time to go. I want to say thank you, and I hope we will have a more good time soon, maybe tomorrow or the day after. Don't forget to download the video, and until we see you soon again, we pray that the Lord bless you all, keep you in good health and wealth. We pray even for the Muslim to open their eyes and see the truth, and the truth will set them free. And we pray that the Christians, they will be strong in their faith, and they will know and learn how to fight back the devil. Don't stay watching, fight it. Those who watch, they don't count. Those who fight the devil, they will count, and they will be counted by their names. There's true Christians, there is fake Christians. You choose to be which one of you? Sin, all of us, we are sinners. But there's people who work, fight, resist, repent, and do something to change this world. And there's people they want to watch and to be part of the world. Jesus says, I am from above, you are from below. You are from this world, I am out of this world. I am not from this world. So you can be following Jesus, or you can be following this world. You choose. Thank you. God bless you, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.